Hey, my name is Rob Avis, and I'm a mechanical engineer and permaculture designer. I teach permaculture design courses, and I run a consulting company called Adaptive Habitat, where we help people design resilient homes, acreages, and farms. The other thing that our house had was vinyl siding, and now if you know me, you know that I cannot stand vinyl siding. Vinyl siding is basically jet fuel strapped to the side of your house. It's made out of petroleum products, and if you talk to any fire agency in your city, they'll tell you that when a house goes up on fire that has vinyl, or it goes up on fire and there's a house next to it that has vinyl, usually the house next to the one that has fire will go up with it, or both of them on each side, because vinyl is so flammable. Not to mention, when vinyl burns, it puts off tons of toxins, and so people in the house with the vinyl siding can die before the fire even gets them, just because of the fumes that are coming off of that vinyl. Now, the other thing is that vinyl is not great for the environment, and generally doesn't last very long either. So because of this, people are having to replace it every 3 to 5 years, and sometimes sooner, depending on hail. Hail tends to be really destructive towards vinyl siding, and so we get a lot of hail here, and we didn't really want to have to do this siding multiple times, and so we decided to opt for hardy plank. And so hardy plank is a concrete based board. It's fireproof. It lasts pretty much forever. You can repaint it over and over again, and it's also pretty easy to install. And so the other thing I like about hardy plank is that it's breathable, so air can get underneath it and dry things out. Hardy plank is not the only option. There's lots of other stuff that you can use, but what I would say from a principle-based perspective is you want to get a siding that's going to last for a really long time. You want something that's breathable. You want something that's going to be able to resist, especially if you live in a fire ecology where a lot of the trees around you are susceptible to burning. You want something that can resist things like hail, because all of these things are going to play into the longevity of the siding that you actually use. So I know that hardy plank is not the most environmentally friendly option, and it's not even great for the people that are installing it, because it can produce dust that's not great for your lungs. And so it's good to think about that. The other thing that is worth considering if you're looking at building science in general is a book that was written by a colleague of mine named Chris Magwood, and it's Making Buildings Better. It's an incredible book. I highly recommend it, and I'll put it in the show notes below. So if you found this stuff interesting, we teach permaculture design courses in Calgary and in Invermere, as well as in Guelph, Ontario. And we talk about resilient homes, acreages, and farms, as well as food forests like the one behind me, growing your own food, producing your own energy, and generally resilience.